We're good? So this is an interesting technique right here for the hyoid bone. The hyoid bone has attachments to the tongue, attachments to the muscles that go clear up here around the ears, around the poll, around the top of the head. But this spot, getting that hyoid bone resonance through there helps take a lot of tension out of the jaw muscles, takes a lot of the TMJ pressures and pains out. And this horse was very tender up here around the poll, but already he's not nearly so responsive. I don't know how you guys know what he's normally like, but he wouldn't let me touch him there just a little bit ago. But he's already saying, okay, I can handle this. The horse is already trusting the process. He says, okay, thank you. He seems to be an awesome guy. So what's he going to compete in?
He does the show jumping.
Show jumping. Beautiful. Those long legs must help that a lot.
Oh.
Thank you. That is what we call a self-adjustment.
Nice.
Nice work.
How was that?
Shook it and blowing out. Those are two great signs. His eyes are a little bit more rounded, and you can tell that he's already feeling better. But the neat thing is, when we go back onto those real reactive spots, he's not reacting to any of those spots along his spine now already. Can you see that difference? And a lot of that we did, and we started out with his kidney 21, I believe our chiropractic veterinarians call that. But this point seems to calm down a lot of the adrenal stress that the horse is having. The other thing that we did with the horse before we got up there to his head was take this from about the start of the rib cage, and we use those wings to scrape along there in that direction, and it gets your horse to kind of release everything by going against the pressure that he's normally carrying. And this one seems to be a really, really good technique for him. We'll also just place the device so that it's on right and left sides of midline and on midline, so that we're getting that communication through the peripheral nerves, through the, straight up through the spinal cord. And he seems happy already with it. But can you tell that nice change up in here? He is just not feeling nearly so much of the tension, which is wonderful. You know, horses have headaches just like we do. Mm-hmm. And if you can take those tensions off of there, they feel better immediately. So I love to use this just to send that messaging up through there. He's just not nearly as reactive through the hind end here. We'll go right to the tailbone and just kind of hold the device so that it's surrounding the tailbone. And send that resonance pattern all the way up to the brain. Good job. We did a little bit of work with his inside elbow on the right side. It's interesting to see how fast that can respond, isn't it? And sometimes you've got to come. I'm going to show that process for those who we ever get a chance to show this to on YouTube or something. When we feel inside of here, you can just reach in back and forth across the inner leg there, the inner elbow on the horse. And oftentimes, if the horse has some quadrant issues, you'll actually feel a ropiness. And in some cases, You know, it's just like gravel in there. He's extremely smooth now, but when we first felt it, it felt like these ridges, just kind of these rolling hills across there. And in a case like that, we'll come down, oftentimes clear down into the lower leg at the hoof.
Onto the cornet bone.
And we'll wake up those energy pathways all the way from the ting points all the way up through there so that it can help the horse to restore the proper sensation and movement of the muscles. We'll take the device right up into that inner elbow, run that back and forth a few times with those wings on that area, and it just takes all the trigger points right out of there. And he says, I already feel better. We're friends, aren't we? Yes. He says, I can handle that. But you'll notice, I want you to come and feel the difference up here in some of these points that are normally quite sore on your horse.
Oh, well, until we see something out in the pasture. We should see that. Because usually he doesn't like it all that much when you push in on it. Yeah, when you push down on him, usually he's like, oh.
It's kind of neat to see how quickly it can respond. Now I'm going to take a little bit of scar tissue out of that area.
That'd be great.
Because the scar tissue, we give a lot of shots and things in that area from a very young age on horses. Once the horse is trusting of this, then I'll turn it up until they don't seem to be too reactive to it, and I'll just dig really quickly for a few seconds back and forth to help eliminate the scar tissue. And he says, oh, that doesn't feel good, but wait a second.
I don't like that one. The other one I like.
But he says, but wait a second, it was like a therapeutic ouch. Like I can feel it doing good. There's one spot especially right over on here. He says, oh, that's painful. However, you watch and just within seconds he'll say, okay, we'll drop that head because I can feel that takes all that tension out of there. It's a wonderful tool to help with all that tension and anxiety that the horse experiences. A lot of the root of the tongue and some of that area is just rich with nerves that help the brain to calm down if you can hit those trigger points. So we're just in here in between the jaw bones right now on the underside of the tongue. Have you watched a horse get their teeth, dental work on there? Boy, that tongue is just, it's like something they can't even control. It is just in constant motion. Oh, yeah. That fact that he'll open the mouth and start licking the lips a little bit tells you that, again, we hit some adrenaline. We give him a little bit of a chemical rush that helps take out, some of the discomfort. It's interesting how quickly he responds, though. Good. 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 Could we go ahead and let him walk just a little bit for a minute or so? And then I want to check.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Come on, buds. Let me just walk him back and forth over here
Yeah,
for you.
just over the edge of the barn back. So that walking, you heard the horse blow, but that walking lets their nervous system kind of integrate all of the work that we just did and lets them sense and feel how that leg feels, how they can trust it.
You want it back up here? Or?
Yeah, right back up in here is great. It's a beautiful animal.
Thank you.
Now, any particular, besides the back, it's already looking a lot better back through here. Are there any other areas that you're concerned about with him?
His main areas is right up here in this
Just right up in that
all
pole.
up in this part of the neck because he's very stiff. And then back here, like kind of behind his SI areas back in here. So
That's
his
already-
his two main things.
Those are already feeling an awful lot better. Both of them. He says, "Okay, yeah, I can take that. I can take that." This is what we call a horse kiss. Good. Good. I believe you're going to see that do quite a bit better over the next several days. It would be nice if anybody around, if you know anybody that has one of these or can do it again probably in about 3 days.
Right?
Because you can see his entire nervous system is extremely calm right now. These trigger points that he had up in the jaw muscles, those are just feeling good.
Good.
Can you tell how he's feeling?
Oh yeah, no, he's super relaxed right now. I know him.
Super relaxed is a
Super
good
relaxed.
thing.
Uh-huh.
I do believe, will you ride him tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
You should be able to notice a difference already in his head tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah, he'll play with that and self-adjust it a little bit more, but that already is feeling much better in there. And he says, "I'll let you do that all day long. I'll let you do that all day long." Is there any part that we missed, huh? Can you?
Have you run the wings along the sides of his neck?
Yeah, I did. You know, he does have some stuff underneath his ear just here. So I'm going to use this point on it. This point right here is a trigger point attachment. So we can use that on spots that are just a little bit tender. And that is where that is. He was trying to tell me. Interesting how you see where we're at right there. So these are some deep jaw muscles as well right here. This might be where some of his tension's been coming from. Good boy. I think he's gonna feel a lot better. We're gonna do this on both sides so we get that tension out of that whole groove there. Good boy. That's what you were telling us. See, at first they'll pull away, but then they're like, okay. Sometimes they'll even push right into it and say, "Please, deeper, deeper." Good. Let's try this other side. Good. It's okay, buddy. I know, he'll feel better. Interesting how much tension he carries right up in there. So we got the top, but I didn't get the sides very good. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good. 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 How's that now, huh? Oh yeah.
His
That's
lips again.
that is a lot better there. I think that was what we were missing. Yeah. I want you to feel that now and tell me how he's feeling.
Yeah, that's much better because he will let me do this. Usually he's like, oh.
So let me show you what that is the equivalent on you. If you were to ever use one of these machines on him, it'd be this muscle right in here
Oh, okay.
and coming down that area right in there. Yours, of course, is much shorter, but this is, that's where he's carrying a whole lot of tension right there.
You like that thing, huh?
he
He's
says,
like, "Could you
please,
put it back
more.
on me?"
Yeah, so
Yeah, the
sometimes
share.
we'll put
Yeah,
a
the share.
glove on this and put some peanut butter or something on and just let them lick a little bit.
For horses,
Or,
it's usually more like unsweetened applesauce.
yeah,
Carrot puree.
sometimes we'll put the lead rope in between the mouth and run that vibration up through the tongue and jaw
There
through
you go.
there.
Interesting. He usually chooses the rope anyway, so. he
Would
be
you
a
let
hard
us?
candidate. I don't know. He's kind of relaxed now. He might not.
He says
do it.
maybe. Let's try. Let's just see.
He's like, sometimes I get in
Let's
trouble
just
when I
see.
hit the rope.
Let's just see. Says,
Eat
come
the
on,
rope?
come on,
Eat it. Eat it.
come on. Open up there.
Let's see if I can get it for you. Come here, Betty. Kind of like a bit. A bit more. Say ah. Maybe. I've never done this before. Ah, it might not work. Come on. There we go.
So
All
if you
right.
can take it like that, then you take both ends of this, and we now run that vibration through there up into that lower jaw. Can you feel how the rope itself has become part of the messenger, if you will?
Yeah. You guys tell me I'll do it. I don't know if that matters.
And that's all of that is okay. He'll says, okay, thank you. But all of that is helpful to get that messaging of calming. We only need to do it for a short time, but it helps take a whole lot of tension out of the jaw. And once again, you'll just notice that that is very different than it normally ever gets for him, huh? Because essentially his headache is now gone.
Yeah, this is so much softer.
I do believe that you will notice a big difference tomorrow, whoever rides him.
It's like I don't mind somebody touching it now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, this one is very happy. Thanks for letting us work on that. Look at that, though. We didn't do a lot through the back end, but look how different this back end is. He is just way different. He says, do that again, huh?
All right, is he finished up?
Yep, we're good there.